Next, may I invite the conference room officer to play the video of His Excellency Mr. S.Umurzakov, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Investments and Foreign Trade of Uzbekistan.
Your Excellency, Under Secretary General Armida Alisjabana, distinguished heads of state and government, dear ladies and gentlemen, it gives me an immense pleasure to participate at the 78th session of the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific. Taking this opportunity, I would also like to express sincere congratulations to the leadership and members of the ESCAP with its 75th anniversary. Uzbekistan defines ESCAP as one of the most inclusive intergovernmental platforms, enabling countries of the Asian Pacific region to identify solutions of sustainable development challenges. It is notable that for the last several years, we have intensified our cooperation within the framework of ESCAP. We have adopted 3 roadmaps to strengthen our multilateral partnership. As a result of these concrete measures, we were able to accelerate the process of implementing main objectives of sustainable development goals in our country. We have resumed our participation in SPECA and co-chaired this program last year. We have also conducted a number of events under ESCAP on the regional level and joint regional space application program for sustainable development. Dear colleagues, current challenges taking place in the world, including severe consequences of the climate change, rising concerns of food security, growing level of global poverty, require us to concentrate our efforts on the development of joint actions to address these important issues. Since 2017, in the course of implementation, a wide-scale reform strategy of the President of Uzbekistan, His Excellency Shavkat Mirziyoyev, we have reshaped our vision towards development of our society. The priorities and pillars of new Uzbekistan development strategy, covering period from 2022 to 2026, to a great extent correlate with the Sustainable Development Goals. Esteemed participants, in order to achieve SDGs in our cooperation with the countries of Asian Pacific region, we propose to focus our partnership in the following priority areas. First, today, we need to set a goal of creating favorable conditions for strengthening and increasing mutual trade between our countries. It is important to intensify joint cooperation on removing existing trade barriers, simplification of technical regulation, digitalization of customs procedures to facilitate market access issues. Uzbekistan closely works with ESCAP on signing the framework agreement on paperless trade in Asia and the Pacific. Second, due to new geopolitical risks, as well as socio-economic consequences of pandemic, the role of food security has become more important than ever. Uzbekistan supports recent initiative of adopting 5 action tracks, which were introduced during the first UN Food Systems Summit in 2021. It is also important to support efforts of ESCAP's Center for Sustainable Agricultural Mechanization on promotion of sustainable agricultural initiatives for food security through technical cooperation, exchange of information, and knowledge sharing. Third, transport connectivity is one of the major driving forces behind a sustainable growth. We believe it is vital to diversify existing transport corridors linking our region of Central Asia with the outer world. In this context, we are confident that construction of Trans-Afghan Railway will help to fully utilize the transit potential of Central and South Asia, as well as significantly reduce time and cost of transporting goods between South Asia and Europe through Central Asia. Fourth, tourism has a great potential to contribute to all of the SDGs. In Uzbekistan, we were able to increase the flow of tourists by almost 3 times in the first quarter of this year and plan to restore pre-pandemic numbers by the end of 2022. We are planning to ratify International Code for the Protection of Tourists within United Nations World Tourism Organization. And in this regard, we propose to launch new direct flights between our countries. Dear colleagues, Uzbekistan will consistently continue to develop the broad-scale, open and practical partnership within the framework of ESCA. We are confident that implementation of all the initiatives proposed during this conference will further strengthen our mutually beneficial cooperation and contribute to achieving sustainable development goals by all our countries. Thank you for your attention.